News, rumors and opinions Sunday, March 2, 2025. Listen to the full version on the official dinarreport.com website and become our supporter on Patreon. Tier platform payouts. Payout schedule for tier groups involved in the RV. The Dubai accounts funds the RV. Dubai 1 funds tiers 1 and 2 of the RV and Dubai 2 funds tiers 3 and 4 of the RV. While Dubai 3 funds the adjudicated accounts and Gasera. The payout of the bonds and currency is done in order of the different tiers. There are 5 tiers that will be exchanging. Tiers 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Liquidity release is done in a certain order. The elders, German bonds and select Yellow Dragon bonds must be paid first. A. Dubai 1 released for liquidity, which then triggers Dubai 2 and 3. B. Fines and penalties are released to recipients. They need D1 liquid. This is their hold up. C. Bonds will be liquid. They need D1 to be liquid. D. Tiers 1 to 4B are notified. They need D1 to be liquid. It appears all is set to go on or about the same time. Tier 1 sovereign nation debt of governments, Chinese royals, bondholders, paymasters, church groups, CMKX, F&P, adjudicated settlements, ranch and farm claims and other groups. Tier 2 royals, elders, whales, military generals and some political type elites with platforms of currency, corporations, etc. Tier 3 admirals group, American Indians, CMKX. Large church groups like the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. Tier 3 was all Dubai 2 trust money and originally was the generals and public. Now Tier 3 includes groups with projects including the Admiral. Tier 4B, the Internet Group, is the largest group and composed of the general public who paid attention to the intel. The people who have bought currency and or bonds. And kept up with the reset by way of information on the Internet. Tier 5 the general public who never paid attention to the intel. The official go for Tier 4B has not been released yet. It can happen any moment. As all Tier 1 to 4B are funded, we await the final release to reach our level. It's a process. It's tedious and time-consuming, making adjustments as needed along the way for accuracy and safety of all involved. It's a very quiet and discreet operation, where the general public is left uninformed. For obvious reasons, pay attention to the levels that are ahead of us. That will help give a better understanding of where we are, in relation to it reaching the 4B level. But, it is unfolding. And when it reaches our levels, there will be no doubts. It's coming. Keep the faith. Aerial thoughts on the RV. Emo. It's almost like I have been telling people that the revaluation of the Iraqi dinar is for the new republic. That basically starts on March 4th with an address from the president on that day, with Kurdistan and Baghdad signing remaining paperwork and resuming oil exports through SOMO. Why out of all these years you have been waiting that they decided to have this meeting on the exact day of the original inauguration day? Why do you think Donald Trump is closing hundreds of IRS offices? Because he doesn't want your capital gains going towards an agency that will not exist after 2025. I told you all and I will say it again, Trump is going to put his foot down on March 4th. After that day you might as well prepare for the fallout. Because it's going to come fast. Corruption will be boxed in and have no choice but to show itself for the beast it is. And as I explained, once the IQD reinstatement occurs, Israel will become a shell of its former self. Peace in the Middle East will expose the domestic terrorist in our media, government, and banking industry. Regarding the rate change, will it be immediate? Unlikely. The CBI would need time to evaluate oil revenue projections and consult with the government, which has previously locked rates for multi-year periods, e.g., until 2025 per a 2021 parliamentary statement. A decision might take days to weeks, with an announcement possibly delayed to mid-March. Or later to ensure data alignment. That said, if political momentum from the meeting is strong and Trump's rhetoric signals U.S. support, Iraq could expedite the process. Perhaps signaling intent within days, e.g., March 5 to 7, and formalizing it later. In short, I'd expect a new exchange rate release to follow days to a couple of weeks after March 4th, not immediately. As Iraq balances oil-driven economic gains with currency stability needs. Keep an eye on CBI statements and parallel market trends post-meeting for clues. What are your thoughts on how these pieces might fit together? I just love that it will be on or after March 4th because we will get to keep our money. Because once they resume there is no going back after that. And we will have our ROI. MNT Goat article. Central Bank achieved international integration by linking the Iraqi electronic payment system to global networks. Quote, "We achieved international integration by linking the Iraqi electronic payment system to global payment networks, which allows the transformation of accepting foreign cards locally and expanding the acceptance of Iraqi cards internationally. Militiaman, they're hoping the citizens will bring all that hoarded money from abroad, like in the United States and around the world along with all the citizens who have it under their mattresses and in their garages, too. Bring it into the banking system so they can have a deposit, they can get what they deserve, purchasing power. Banks can use that money to facilitate the reconstruction effort. That's what a new economy will do. Huge change to Iraqi dinar just announced. Iraq breaking news. Heads up, changes happening in Iraq. Adu Matrix. The 2nd of March 2025. Iraq breaking news. Heads up, changes happening in Iraq. Former Iraqi Prime Minister Mustafa al-Kadhimi has returned to Baghdad for the first time in over 2 years. Despite ongoing security threats. After surviving an assassination attempt in 2021 and leaving office in 2022, al-Kadhimi has been living in London and the UAE. His return comes amid a worsening Iraq financial crisis, increasing political tensions, and upcoming Iraq elections 2025. During his tenure, al-Kadhimi played a crucial role in Iran-Saudi Arabia relations, hosting talks that led to the restoration of diplomatic ties between the two regional rivals. His strong connections with the United States and Saudi Arabia could be key as Iraq navigates its economic. His strong connections with the United States and Saudi Arabia could be key as Iraq navigates its economic and political challenges. Could this signal a political comeback for al-Kadhimi? What does his return mean for Iraq's stability and US-Iraq relations? Listen to the full version on the official dinarreport.com website and become our supporter on Patreon. Source: Dinar Recaps.